Somebody needs to hear this tonight without feeling attacked. And I'm going to start by saying I have a lot of single friends and I've heard the stories, and I can't imagine what it's like out here in these streets. But what I tell them and what I'm telling y'all is stop being a wife to a boyfriend. Okay? Just stop it, y'all. And ladies, before you get mad, just breathe. Okay? Just breathe, because I want you to hear me clearly. I'm not saying don't love him. I'm not saying don't care. But what I am saying is stop giving marriage benefits to someone who hasn't made a marriage level commitment, period. Because a lot of y'all, including my girls, are out here exhausted. And it's not because love is hard, it's because you have been over functioning in relationships that aren't fully formed. Point. You're cooking like a wife, right? Planning like a wife, supporting like a wife, holding him down like a wife. But the title, the protection, the security, you have none of that because you have a boyfriend. Let that sink in, y'all. Let that sink in. Boyfriend. And now you're confused on why you feel drained. Baby, listen, when you start doing wife level labor in a boyfriend role, the dynamics can get unbalanced real quick. Because while you're out here building a life for y'all, he's just out here enjoying the access. Because if we're going to be honest, let's be honest. Some men will happily let you do everything if you offer it. But y'all, that does not make them evil, but it does make them human. Because I know if someone says, I'm going to give you all of this, do all of this without you asking, I'm taking it flat out. The thing that matters is if he hasn't asked you for responsibility, don't volunteer for the job, because wife energy requires wife intentions. And I know some of y'all are going to be like, well, if I show him I'm a good woman, he'll want to marry me. And girl, I get it. I get that logic. I get that thought. But baby, marriage isn't earned through exhaustion. It's chosen through alignment. When you guys are aligned, all those pieces are going to fall together regardless. If he sees your value, he won't need a trial run. He'll protect it. You know what I'm saying? And I want to pause for a second, y'all, because this is for men too. All right, fellas, don't be out here being a husband to a situationship. Okay, don't be out here providing and protecting, planning futures, showing up consistently while you're still saying, I'm not ready for a title. I'm not ready for commitment. Okay, that's not cautious, boo. That's confusion. All right. If you are giving husband level effort, but the relationship has no direction, no clarity, no commitment, you're not protecting yourself either, or my girls. And that leads us to this conversation we're having tonight. Commitment, y'all, should match contribution both ways. Okay, plain and simple. Now, all right, we're done with you fellas. Back to us girls. Okay, and I'm gonna say this gently because I love us. I love my girls. We are beautiful. We are magnificent. We are everything. But sometimes we give wife energy because we're afraid. We're afraid that if we don't overgive, he'll leave. We're afraid that if we don't prove ourselves, we won't be chosen. But the truth is, if you have to perform for commitment, you'll have to keep performing to maintain it. And that's not love, that's labor. And last time I checked, then you already have a job. Then you already have a 9 to 5 you get up for every day. Being a wife means partnership. It means shared decisions. It means protection, provision, and priority. And that's emotionally, mentally, spiritually, y'all. That's all the things. Then a girlfriend, though, means you're still getting to know each other. You're still discerning, you're still deciding. And I don't want y'all to get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with loving deeply. Okay? I just don't want you guys out here confusing depth with duty, because when you start doing too much too soon, you rob your relationship of growth. You don't let them step up because you already stepped in. They have nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? And now you're tired and they're comfortable. And then nobody knows how you got there. You know what I'm saying? This isn't about playing games, y'all. There's no mind games. It's all about playing your position with wisdom. All right? You can be loving without losing yourself. You can be supportive without self sacrificing. You can be committed without being consumed. And that right man, baby, let me tell you, he won't rush you into wife behavior without the wife intention. He'll meet you where you are and he'll rise to where you're going. Okay, now listen, if this conversation has hit a nerve, then good. That's exactly what I wanted, because that's usually where growth starts. All right, now I want to ask you guys something, and I do want you guys to be honest in the comments, men, women, whatever. Okay, what's one thing you stopped doing once you realized you were giving too much too soon? All right, and let's get this conversation started, y'all. Let's talk. This is how we grow. This is how we learn from each other. All right, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to what you guys have to say. Until next time, peace.